Greetings, kindreds. It's Megan, and today we're going to update my book journal, reading journal. You see, I've got two inserts here. The first one is where if a book really strikes me, I make a whole page just for it. And those are kind of like Megan all-time favorites or books like I would reread, I'd like to have on my shelf if I don't own them. I do count audiobooks and Kindle books. So in 2026, I had God of the Woods from the first quarter of the year and The Names, which I'm going to do a whole video just on that book. I didn't have any from this second quarter, April, May, and June. So I'm not going to use that insert kind of at all in this video. I'll link down below a playlist of my previous ones from this year and last. But here, these little tabs, I just kind of document what books I read each month. I only read 5 books the last 3 months, although one of them was pretty long. Some months I can read 5 books in 1 month. Like I'm on my 3rd book this month of July as I'm filming this. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of talk about these books and decorate as we go. I print out on my little Kodak photo printer the little covers of each book, and if I read the physical copy, I print the one that I actually read. So April, I'm going to use these Lizzie's Letter reward stickers that I've been hoarding. I don't match the page necessarily to the books that I read. But I was kind of feeling like I wanted springy pages. That really only happened with this April, as you'll see. So in April, I read 2 very different books, Drowning in Paper Flowers and Wild Dark Shore. Drowning in Paper Flowers was kind of a dud for me. Loved the premise, started strong, and then just got really wordy and lost me. Like, the author describes the color red or any color in multiple different ways, and it just felt a little like indulgent, or I don't know, just a little wordy. And I really enjoy people's writing style, even if I don't love the narrative. This one I just didn't love the writing style, I think was the problem for me. But like I love prose in books that I dislike, you know? So I think I gave it 2 stars. And then Wild Dark Shore is like a book I've never read before. And I think I gave it a good solid 3. But I can't help but kind of like it. Even, sometimes afterwards you kind of marinate on the read, and it's so unique. It deals a lot with grief and family dynamics, which I really like that in books. So it might not be for everyone, and it does have some hard topics. But here I'll tag that washi down below too, because I really, really enjoy it. I'm in an alpha letter loving phase, so alpha washi or like pet tape with alphas are my jam right now. In general, I used to hate alpha stickers because you're like left over with some random letters. But now I've been putting them in my sticker release book and using them. You'll see that in a little while. So you can see I love the gingham. Wait, silent patient, you're not till next month. I love the gingham. I love pretty much, I'm kind of stereotypical cottagecore lover when it comes to colors and prints. I just feel like it is so who I am. And I love that like 90s nostalgia stuff that's going on right now. So sometimes you'll see that a little bit in my artwork and spreads. But yeah, I love classics. Big Austen lover, big Ellen Montgomery lover and such. But I also love thrillers, and I do like spooky stuff. So if you have book recommendations, please let me know. So this journal is kind of like my visual, tactile GoodReads. I do have a GoodReads. It's Megan's Diary. But I end up thumbing through this more often than actually going on the app. Sometimes I will log my books late because I just completely forget. So yeah, just adding some more greenery, give this page a bit of life. And I'm also bad at adding to my TBR, my to be read list there. But let me know if you're on Goodreads. Drop your name down below and we can follow each other. I love the perspective of this pen with my camera. It just looks like I'm writing with a big giant pen. Isn't it funny how film does that? Okay, so 2 stars for Drowning in Paper Flowers, and then 3, I believe, I'm going to give Wild Dark Shore, maybe a 3.5. It is written well. There's a couple things that are far-fetched. I didn't love how the child in it was written. In general, that's one of my pet peeves as someone who's worked with children. How kids are written sometimes is like, that's not what kids are like. If you've been around kids, you know what I mean. And here I just kind of write a little bit about it. I add a quote on every spread. And yeah, that is my April. So for May, I got really into Alex McLeady's for a second. So I really wanted to read The Silent Patient. I know it's being adapted into a film with Jake Gyllenhaal and Anne Hathaway. So I wanted to read it, obviously, before I see the film. And I'm not sure when I think it's going to be on Netflix. Here, I'm just going to cut down that postcard to make a little border. I love women in art. I love women reading or images of that. So I have these, a lot of these cards. And then I wanted something a little like kind of darker, kind of to fit the theme. So after I read Silent Patient, which I really enjoyed, I just kind of let myself be taken with the book. There was a point I put the book down and was like, wait, what? And reread what I just read. So that really made it enjoyable for me. Maidens I didn't like quite as much. I did love the dark academia theme in it. And I could see it like as a show. These little stickers somebody gave me a while ago, these little books. So I'm going to put my rating in those. I just want to kind of use a lot of the stuff I have. As I'm going through my journaling stuff, it's like, wow, I really have a lot of ephemera and stickers and things I need to be using. And I have more elsewhere because I'm kind of between things. I've got stuff in different homes and whatnot. And you could see me busting out my favorite little stickers here, my alphas. I love these bubbly ones. But Alex McLeady's, these are the only 2 I've read from him so far. Would totally read again. I love his writing. I think it's beautiful, beautiful writing. Even parts like I didn't love as much of either of these. I did give Silent Patient 5 stars. Oh, here's my sticker release book. So here I put like just random stickers stickers I want to use. This page didn't really need too much. I think I put a little coffee cup. But yeah, even though Silent Patient got 5 stars for me, it's like, and it stayed with me. I don't know, it just shy of making that other insert of my like beloved books. I wouldn't say it's beloved. I would recommend it. I think it's a good, fun thriller of a read. The Maidens I gave 4, which may be a little bit generous of a rating, but like I said, I think some of it tipped in its favor just because I enjoyed the author so much. And I love the themes. You can definitely tell in both of these books that Greek or classical influence, which I very, very much appreciate. I did just see the Odyssey. Let me know what you think of it. I enjoyed it for what it's worth. My brother was a classics major, and my father-in-law is very into Greek literature, so I feel like I have critics around. But I was just like, summer, fantasy movie and enjoyed it for what it's worth. Okay, so here is my completed spread. I really love that big flower too. So there's my 5-star and my 4-star rating. And now we will jump into June. Say I was traveling a lot in June and I only read 1 book. I'm going to keep talking as I flip through here. And that was The Hotel New Hampshire. Is my first John Irving ever. You probably know him from World According to Garp or Cider House Rules. which I've seen but not read. I'm kind of torn. Like this one, I am still digesting. So I didn't use that picture, but it kind of reminded me her eyes of like Franny. I had a love-hate with this book. It's a long book, so that's another reason why it's only thing that I read that month. And then I know that's not a hotel, but I am going to kind of use that as a hotel. It's a coffee shop. Why not, right? You can use your imagination. I will say, so Irving actually was a guest lecturer at my mother-in-law's college. I thought that was kind of neat. And I think my dad really likes Garp. But I appreciate him. I would read another one. I'm still like digesting it. There's parts of this book I absolutely hated. And it definitely feels like a man wrote it for better and for worse. And I kind of journal about that. There were themes that are very trigger warning that I just didn't like how they were dealt with. It could have been the time. It could have, and I think it was intentional in some ways. And there is some redemption in it. But yeah, there's very, very difficult parts to read. The film with Jodie Foster and Rob Lowe bastardized this book to me. It just was like, I don't know how anyone could read this book and then enjoy the film. Maybe as a standalone, it's quirky and whatnot, but it's like irreverent to me. I don't know. And maybe I'm getting too much, but that's just my take. I'm going to back that little bit and then put my quote up there. But yeah, really, really interesting. Like, I've never read a book like this, and I never will again, kind of thing. I do own it, but I don't know that I would keep it in my permanent bookshelf. I gave it 3 stars a lot because of the writing. And, you know, it's good to diversify. So those are the books I read this second quarter of the year. I am currently reading 8,000 Grapes or 800 Grapes. Sorry about that. 800 Grapes. And yeah, let me know if you have any book recommendations. Happy reading and writing to you. Lots of love.